So this is a picture of our group. I'm here on behalf of our group. This project, The Guardians, was done in this class of Topics and Games, Serious Game Project for Enhancing the Values of Cultural Heritage in GSCT KAIST. So our group is really special. We're not the experts of museum or cultural heritage. We're a collaborative group of different backgrounds, including interactive design, programming, graphic design, and storytelling. And we also have two professors. So why two professors? One professor is the expert of cultural heritage, and the other professor is the expert of serious game. Okay, so in a nutshell, our project, The Guardians, is a serious game which aims to link cyberspace and the culture site, including prehistory site, museum, and so on, by promoting awareness of cultural heritage through interactive learning. So our goal is to promote awareness because we believe that preservation is the best preservation. So we believe that this begins by learning about the heritage. So how many of us have heard of serious game? Yay! So I'm just going to briefly go over. Serious games are a form of interactive computer-based game that has been developed to convey learning material. Many scholars also say that it's not just learning, but it has to be fun, educational, engaging, impactful, meaningful, and purposeful. So this is the definition of serious game that we've developed. So cultural heritage is ourselves, of course, but for younger generation, they don't see it as ourselves. I used to not know the meaning of cultural heritage because I didn't know about it. So learning about cultural heritage is the initial step of preservation because if you know about it, you care about it, you want to preserve them. So we try to approach, we contemplated, we kept asking, how can we make cultural heritage learning easy and fun? So learning, we of course have to know about the knowledge. We do not just have to know the information about it, we also have to understand the meaning of it. So if true learning has happened, we'll know the understanding and meaning of cultural heritage. And if fun factor, it can be done by participation and interaction. If we really participate and enjoy it, a sustainable and immersive experience will occur. So together, cultural heritage preservation awareness enhancing serious game we believe that this serious game can achieve the goal. So how can we evaluate the outcome of the serious game? In the game system, we can take quizzes. The players can take quizzes to understand, verify understanding about cultural heritage. And increased awareness of cultural heritage can be checked by willingness to pay. If it means to you would willing to donate. So this is a really brief design framework of The Guardians. Our game is called The Guardians because in the scenario, you become the Guardian, which is an organization that saves cultural heritage around the world. So our target groups are the young adults and adolescents. So purpose of the Guardian is to learn and engage in the cultural heritage, which will increase the awareness. And heritage learning takes place in knowledge gaining and understanding about the context, which gives you the meaning of the cultural heritage. And then the gameplay, interaction and participation, it's fun, it's pure fun. We love games, younger generations loves games. And not just the gameplay, but we need evaluation to check how much we've learned and how much it means to us by quizzes and donations. So this is the serious game, Our Guardians. Okay, so I am going to show a brief simulation of our game. Okay, so how many of us have heard of Arirang? Arirang? Yay! So this is the learning part. Arirang is a traditional folk song of Korea which has been descended from generation to generation. So it has a repeating phrase, Arirang, Arirang, Arario. And it's a really beautiful folk song of Korea. It has the spirit of Korean ancestors. It has each region has its own versions of Arirang with respective 2-line length simple lyrics. And the special thing about Arirang is that there are more than 3,600 variations in 60 versions of folk songs under the name of Arirang. Different regions of Korea have different Arirangs. Okay, so we're gonna try. So these are the. So we're going to listen to 3 different arirangs from different regions. Okay, so this arirang is from Gangwon area. It's in the green place. Saying arirang arirang arariyo. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the Jeongseon arirang. It's in the middle part. And this arirang is my personal favorite from Mingyang in here. Really upbeat and energetic. If you wait, we can listen to arirang, the virgin lyrics. Purpose too long. Okay. Different lyrics and different versions. Okay, I'll turn it off. So can we recognize the differences? I know. So do you think arirang is beautiful? Yeah. Yes. So this is just a simulation, but in our mini game, where we are going to mark the regions, and the players are going to listen to different arirangs from different regions, and they have to guess correctly which region which arirang is. Okay, but arirang, it's intangible heritage, but it's at risk. How and why? Well, arirang, this is the arirang teacher. The successor passes on arirang to students, but there's not enough students who want to learn and extend arirang because we don't know about the importance of it. So if people really know the importance and meaning of it, they'll learn more about it and they'll try more to protect it. So that's our concept. Okay, so this is the meaning-making process of our game. So first, players around the world can form a group playing the game with the same cultural heritage site around the world. So they can play the game. The first initial step is by interest and discovery step. And if you're interested in it, you want to know about it. You can know about the information about it. But if you really like it, you want to know the meaning of it. So the third phase will be knowledge and understanding. And if you understand it, you want to engage in it. So you can play the game to engage in it. And if it really meant to you, you can participate. Actually participate to preserve and protect the heritage by donating. Okay, so I'm going to show a brief video clip of our prototype. Before I begin, I'm sorry this is in Korean for now, but we have made this English version, so if you want to try out later, you can try in the English version. Okay, so this is a mobile PC. You can select the character and become the guardian. It's the certificate. So Paul, the NPC non-player character, teaches you and guides you through the game. You can select the site of your choice around the world. And this is Leo Pinterest mural. Teaches you, gives you information and context about the game. And if you learn it, you have to take quizzes. You have to take 2 quizzes in order to play the game. Oops, wrong, but finally got it right. The longer question. Okay, so now you can play the game. So back to our stages more in detail. So first stage is interest and discovery. It triggers players' interest in cultural heritage. We can select one of the 4 characters and become the guardian to preserve the endangered heritage. In the second phase is the knowledge and learning. So in here, we learn about context and background information of possibly endangered, well, will be endangered heritage because some of them are not actually in the list of endangered heritage. So for this prototype, we have chosen 4 out of 981 heritage sites registered by UNESCO, which are Tombs of Buganda, King's Head Kasubi. Oh, this one's really difficult to pronounce. Mahomet Pasa Sokolovich Bridge, and Leo Pinterest the mural, and Arirang of Korea, the folk song. So you learn about it. So according to Moreno, learners in a group with a pedagogical agent remembered more context and had higher problem-solving abilities. Because we need to learn about the contents because it's a serious game. So we have adopted Paul, the non-player character, who delivers information about heritage in a really friendly, colloquial way. So the next stage is, since you have no information, you have to learn about it. So correctly solving quizzes allows player to play mini games. We have selected 2 levels of quizzes. The first quiz, level 1, is knowledge level. It involves recollection and recognition of culture heritage sites. It's about the recollection and recognition. And the next phase is more difficult. It's comprehensive level. So it emphasizes players' understanding of the heritage to consider deeper meaning of it. So finally, if you got these 2 quizzes correctly, you can finally play the game, which is the engagement part. The players can engage with the heritage by playing different mini games, different sites each, which includes the context of the site. The player has to eliminate possible heritage destruction factors to preserve the site. So let's take a look at it. The first, our designer graphic through this. So first mini game is Tombs of Buganda Kingse Kasubi. Big fire and white ants are the destruction factors that burn down the tombs. So defend tombs from catching fire. We need to cut fireballs in half before they hit the tombs and burn them down. So let's take a quick look at the video clip of how this game is played. Start. So fireballs are pouring down. We have to cut it in half to protect it from catching on fire. Cutting the fireballs. I'm going to move on to the next game. It's on the, this is difficult pronunciation. Mohammed Passa Sokolovich Bridge. Its possible destruction factor is flood. It happens every seasons. So you need to prevent the bridge from deluging. You need to, when you hold the small mobile devices, you have to quickly push button A and B to stop water from overflowing. So let's take a look at this one as well. Start, water is overflowing, and you have to continually push the buttons to stop the water from going over everything. Okay, and the third game, Rio Pinturas, is the mural. Its possible destruction factor is humidity, especially caused by the visitors. So the ancient painting was damaged by frequent exposure to the public. So we need to detect deformed parts. So this one on the left is the original, and this one's really tricky one. So on the right, there's 5 different images. So you have to find deformed wall parts. So let's also take a look at the quiz, the mini game. So compared to the original one on the left, we have to find which one is deformed. Shows correctly. You have to find 5 of total. Okay, these are our games. So when you play the mini games, if the mission is clear, you can move on to the next stage and preserve another heritage. If your mission fails, really sad music comes and makes you feel guilty by not protecting the heritage. You can also replay the game or move on to another site. So participation, this is just prototype and conceptual yet, but conceptual donation system allows in the game system players to participate in actual preservation. So, and communicate and form online communities. In there, they can share learning and cultural heritage protecting simulation experiences and cooperate to preserve the actual endangered heritage. So we want the game experience to extend to the real world. That's our really big goal. We're getting there. So we have conducted pilot tests. So the results indicate that the game experience evaluation indicates that it was pretty good. Like players were satisfied with the game experiment, and system usability results, it was about B+, which means players could play the game without any confusion. So I believe our goals and intentions has been delivered. And we've also conducted in-depth interview. Some said that it was exciting to get rid of heritage destruction factors, and one was really impressed with this game, saying that, wow, knowing about heritage made me more immersed in getting rid of the destruction factors. This shows that the possibility of our game it works. So our future work is that we're going to conduct, we've only conducted one experiment with one fire cutting ball game, but now we're going to conduct experiment to evaluate players' experiences on the entire game system and modify the donation system to enable actual donation for more active participation in cultural heritage preservation. And we're going to further develop the game into social network games, maybe through like mobile phones and Facebook, for more sustainability. Well, thank you very much for listening.